Well, I like the LEGO Ninjago sets, but I don't watch the show. Will I enjoy this set?
This is the Temple of the Endless Sea Ninjago Seabound Summer 2021 set with a total of 1,060 pieces, 70 minifigures, and this retails for $100 in the United States where it releases August 1st. You could get it June 1st in other parts of the world, which is where my friends at Jedi News were able to get it a little bit early. Thanks to them, and go check them out.
So first we'll take a look at Prince Calamare. The design for this is pretty freaking awesome. Like, I love this new headpiece as well as this new tentacle bottom piece, different from, say, the one introduced in Atlantis back in the day, or Ursula's, or Hades from the Disney series. This design has a nice purple color to it, and this figure does appear in the three biggest sets of the wave, the Hydra Bounty and the Water Dragon. This one being in the middle of those two because the Hydra Bounty is what, like 130 and the Water Dragon 70. This is 100. Still love this design coming in the set, so I don't have to get those other two sets. You can see the printing on the torso and the legs there, as well as this nice neck attachment, which is not a new piece. And if you're curious how this headpiece works, this is not like a mask over a regular minifigure headpiece, but just a new exclusive molded head to this sub-theme. But my favorite minifigure might be NRG Nia. This is a fantastic design that also appears in that $70 Water Dragon set. I love the use of that bottom piece from the Harbinger figure from Hidden Side, which you can see right there with the dual molding of that translucent blue and that darker blue. That just works with the minifigure legs going over that and fitting into that hole right there. And this has almost tendril-like pieces with these attachments. They're clipped on to this back part, which was used with the Outriders from the Infinity War sets. Nice use of just the black coloring there where it blends with the dark blue and that sand blue they use, so it doesn't look super obtrusive. And like I said, you could push these back and forth since they are these tendril designs attached with the clips there. And I love this hair piece as well, which is used for Anniversary Nia. This time though, it's this really nice translucent, almost sparkly blue piece, and it's a really nice color scheme that they use. And that's dual molded with the dark blue there. Other details are obscured with that attachment, where the back of the torso has a nice design, and also at the front, notice that nice wrap using that lighter blue. But once removed, you can get a look at Nia's face print, which unfortunately doesn't have an alternate face at the back. It's just the printing at the front. And one last thing, or two last things I want to note, is that this arm right here is a really nice translucent blue. It's always nice to get translucent minifigure arms, which seem to be becoming more common. And if you push down on these pieces, they're actually from the LEGO Marvel line, where they fly out like that. That wasn't a really good push. Let me give this one a good push. Dang, that was weak. This Scuba Kai is a crazy combination, how the ninjas are getting scuba outfits mixed with ninja gear. Like, to me, that's just ridiculous, but also kind of cool if I had to be honest. Where we get this new oxygen tank piece that connects at the neck and the hip, because there's also this utility belt design at the front. We'll take a look at that separated, but this acts as a sword holder as well towards the back of the oxygen tank. That's freaking crazy. And then the ninja wrap is another new piece where it's dual molded with this nice translucent visor at the front and even a dark red at the side and just a base red color for the ninja wrap. That is a crazy, crazy, crazy combination that even has the tie at the back. I don't know, it's just kind of cool how they merged the scuba helmets with ninja wraps. I find that very interesting. And you can see how that molding works just by removing it from the minifigure. And for those two interesting new pieces removed, you can see the oxygen tank utility belt combination and how that works. And then that helmet, which is a really nice dual molded piece. I like the amount of colors they mold onto here. Continuing with Kai, you can see that they used an overused Ninjago movie Kai face print. Like, we've been getting that since 2017. LEGO, chill out, please. Give us some new Kai facial expressions. And that torso printing looks nice on both sides with some leg printing continuing the design. And this piece for this harpoon gun is kind of interesting. How they use the machete as well as what I call it, the LEGO Jurassic World tranquilizer gun base. That again was introduced, back in 2012 with the Dino sets. There is an exclusive minifigure with Prince Benthomar in this set, the only set that this character appears in. I like how they used a Joker Batman movie hairpiece in black, which only comes in this set in that coloring. Also like the printing on the torso and legs, which have a nice shine to it. His weapon is actually pretty cool as well, where it attaches just with a basic connection, which uses a 1x1 modified that has that clip piece, and you can make him hold it just like this. And yeah, that's a pretty cool weapon build. Like how that one came out. As for the torso printing at the back, removing the neck attachment, you can get a better look there. And he also has an alternate face where he looks pretty angry. That looks pretty cool. There's one more exclusive minifigure with Gluttonous. The only exclusive part is the torso though, which you can compare to the Mare guards and see how it's slightly different. They both have the same headpiece though. And this has a spider-like bottom half, which is pretty interesting in how that's built, because it uses this piece that was introduced in the spring 2021 Monkey Kid set, which has a clip at the end and then a receiving on the other end. That's pretty cool with the tendrils attached there. You get 6 of those as the legs, and you can move those up and down. And this design does have, like I said, the same headpiece as the guards of the set, and this nice attachment at the back, which uses a gem piece at the end. That's pretty cool. And the lamp piece at the base, you can move that up and down. At the bottom, we have a translucent one of that 2x2 there. And there's not too much else to show with Gluttonous. Hope I'm saying that right, but that's it for this crazy looking minifigure. And for those guards, there's 2 with identical designs. The only difference being the top half of their weapon. This one has a different blade design. This one uses a side design. And this look is pretty cool with that black and that blue that they use. The design that carries on to the actual build of this set. Same headpiece as the last minifigure, and this back torso printing looks nice as well. I like the use of this armor piece, which works really well as some shoulder armor. And there's not too much else to say with this minifigure. That's it for the guards. I also like the Stingray that's included in the set. This is the same piece that's also included in the Hydro Bounty set. Some fantastic printing, and the base blue that they use there looks really neat with this piece. It is the newer Stingray molding that was used since last year's Diver City sets. And this set includes the Wave Amulet from this season and the Storm Amulet from last season. The thing is, the Storm Amulet was used in a lot of last season's sets, but this one is slightly different. You can see it has some sparkles to the translucent purple design, while the one from last season's sets just had a regular translucent purple design. This one only comes in this set, so that is an exclusive piece. And then this one, I like the translucent blue that they use with that sparkly design as well.
Anyways, for the builds of the set, let's first take a look at the Wojiro build and how that kind of integrates with the whole structure. So for Wojiro, which I love that name, the color scheme matches the rest of the set, except with that tan underside that looks really cool. This is something that actually has a play feature. So basically, you chain up Wojiro, and then by pushing this part at the back, you could break the chains very easily. This is a design that rivals the Great Protector from the Shang-Chi sets, and just how cool of a sea serpent this came out. You can see how that play feature worked using some unconventional part usage with this piece at the base and just that beam flicking off those chains. Some stickers used, whether it be the 3 at the side right here or inside with those 2 at the bottom, and then 3 more at this side as well. And that headpiece, I really like the printing on there, which looks pretty darn cool. I like the red eyes, and the gold teeth are pretty awesome as well. And there's a little clip right here, which is one of the Exoforce robot arms, and that is used to put one of the amulets, and you can just clip it on easily right there. Anyways, back to the head. At the very top, there's a sticker on that sloped piece, and I like how the mouth opens and it just snaps back in place, where they use some rubber pieces towards the back there. And there you go. You could also move these little horns up and down just a little bit, get some movement there. Then towards the neck section, I will say this is a little bit vacant for what I want. I wish there was a bit of a thicker neck there, because it just looks a little bit more mechanical than what I would look forward to in a build like this. It's not too big of a deal, but they do use a ball joint connection so that you can get some movement there. I also like the use of those coral pieces in that bright bluish green to add to the design. That looks really nice. And then
There's another section with some posability here, where you got a socket joint. You get some rotation there, and don't worry, we'll be posing this baby very soon. This next section is actually just beams connected, so you can't move that. Then this section right here, you do have more beams, so you can't get some movement. This section is also fixed in place. Though towards the back, you have another ball joint connection, so you can get some nice movement there. And then at the very back, you have a miniature ball joint connection, so there's more nice movement. I like getting pieces like these in this bright bluish green as well. That's a nice inclusion. And then for a better look at Wojira's crevices, don't take that out of context, we have that tan underside there, which uses a lot of the slope pieces and these pieces 3 times. And then we also have those fins, which have a miniature ball joint. Unfortunately, some movement there. It gets a little bit disconnected at points, so it's not the most posable in terms of stability there. Other than that, at the side, some more little details like these parts, which you could flip out, as well as these little parts, and you can move those just a little bit, but they're kind of fixed in place there. And for the back side as well. But anyways, let's pose this bad boy. Let's see what I can get. Well, this is a swimming serpent design. This one is giving me legit great protector vibes. And this is just a tall boy, but let's take a look at the rest of the builds. Anyways, with Wojira removed, the build honestly looks a little bit vacant at this side. Here's the thing though, you can remove that because each of these sections easily removes. It's a clip connection that connects them all. So you could just go like this. And voila! Let's take a look at each build individually, looking at the main part of the temple first. So for the main part of this temple, the design of this actually really stands out. Again, I love that color scheme, which is also present on Wojira. At the back, you can see some of the inside, but let's take a close look. So towards the back, they have this little part where you can put the wave amulet, and there's a disc shooter as well as this lever, and at the front, what pushing that lever does is makes these surprise spears pop out of the ground like a trap. I love that. That looks fantastic. Well, it's not really popping out of the ground, but just that little crevice right there. I also like how they built the staircases in this diagonal direction. That's pretty darn cool. The use of the metal beard pieces in that pearl gold, which look really nice with the pillars there. For the interior, with that section there, I also like the amount of gold bars you get. Unfortunately, all of pearl gold. Would be nice to get some of that chrome gold, but I get it, that's more expensive. You have 2 stickers with these banners right here. And then with the disc shooter, you can push that and it shoots out a disc towards the front there. Oh my gosh, it almost hit me. Another really nice detail I like that's a bit hard to see is this bust right here, which uses that beard piece as well as the Doc Brown hair and just a plain white minifigure head. And that's really nice on that 1x1 piece that's modified with the 1x2 at the top. That was introduced with, what is it, the Hogwarts direct-to-consumer set. I also like the use of these windshield pieces to have that circular design towards the entrance there, and that's in a bright bluish green. Nothing on this side though, unfortunately, and you can see the clips that attach this to the other parts of the set, and then this handlebar that attaches it to the other parts of the set. For the second floor, you have this 1x8 tile with 2 stickers. Also like the use of the tridents at the front there, which you could actually move forward if you'd like. Other than that, I like how these parts are used at the side for that structure for the roof. That's a nice part usage in black there. And then on the interior, there's a scroll, which uses a nice sticker design. Also some stickers on the walls right here. And then to the right there, you have 2 ornaments. And then I really like how they have, I call them the fish trophies up here, which just uses a spring green fish mounted on a plaque there. That's kind of funny in my opinion. I like how that is built. Also some lights with these pieces to the side. And then at the very top, a nice part usage with the conical hat for that design there, as well as this part, which is a 2x2 circular tile with a sticker on it. That's connected so that you can move it side to side if you'd want, but just looks good facing upward like this. For the next sections, I'll hit these 2 back to back, so just pushing them on and clipping them onto together. We have this defense and jail. So the defense right here is pretty cool because it's attached with an Exoforce arm and a pole connection, so you get some nice movement up and down, left and right. And you have the missile piece there, so by holding that launcher, pushing at the back. That shoots pretty far. Other than that, not too much else to look at from the front here. There's nice use of these pieces that were used for NRG Nia, as well as a trident at the front. Another nice use of that windshield right there in that bright bluish green. For the interior though, you could access it by popping open this jail door. To that, all you have to do is push this lever at the side. And inside, unfortunately, there's really not anything going on there. It's just a little jail for the minifigures captured. More of those lanterns, and not too much at this defense part on the second floor. Just an area to stand a minifigure. Some clips at the side to store some of those extra missiles for that defense. And then we have this Nexo shield piece with a sticker on it, as well at the top as another sticker. And this piece actually escaped from here. But if you lift up this part, there's actually an area for 2 weapons. So there's that little pistol there, as well as a sword or cutlass. And just pushing that back on. That's pretty cool, and they make it easy to open that part because there's a little bit of an opening right here, so you could just push it open like that. And for this section to the left, another one of those stickers on that shield there. And you could open up this clam right here just by pushing this lever at the back. And inside we have the Fishbowl Helmet piece introduced with Mysterio, but in that satin white color, I believe it's called, which this was used in the Sesame Street set in that color, a Rhea polybag, and then another Rhea set. That's pretty cool because that's hard to get in 3 sets though. One of them is a polybag. But that's it for these sections. And then for the last 2 sections, we have the section where Wojira stayed, so there's not too much else to cover on that part. I really like how they built the pillars there though with those pearl gold elements. And on the other side, not too much else going on. Again, connected 2 sections together to make it look easier and more substantial. This part right here, I believe, is the lab, which they refer to one of these areas as a lab, and this is the only part I can discern is that. It looks pretty pathetic if that is supposed to be a lab, but the inside, I do like how they built these little vials right here, using some unconventional part usage with that stamp piece and that 2x2 circular piece, as well as the stamp piece on these hold stud pieces. There's a sign on this side, as well as a 2x4 sticker on the floor right there. And at the front, you have the dog poop piece, but in white for the shell, which that works, but still I always think of that first as a dog poop piece. Other than that, there's not too much else going on here. But anyways, before wrapping up with the temple builds, let's connect them all together. And you can see how the interiors come together once this is all connected. As well as the exteriors, which, yeah, with Wojira removed, that part looks so vacant. Now it looks a lot more complete. And of course, with the clip connections, you can get some nice rearranged designs with this build. But that's it for the builds of the temple. There's one more part, which is a sub. And with this sub build, it is pretty cute and small. This uses that nice windshield piece that was introduced recently with the LEGO Ninjago sets, like the molding on the outside there, but you can lift it up, and there's enough space to fit 1 minifigure inside. So putting Scuba Kai in there, it works well with sealing him there. It's not too small or anything like that, but we do have some stickers at the side, some flaps which you can move up and down. This nice turbine use of that spinner piece at the back. And on the other side, another sticker and everything there. Anyways, that's it for the builds of this set. Let's take a look at the packaging and the final verdict. The box for this is a substantial $100 box size, which at the back, there's some different shots of the set and its features. And there's 2 thick instruction booklets. Well, this one's thinner than the other one. So you could have 2 separate builds. This one is for all the temple stuff, the other's for Wojira. And at the back, you have different shots of the other sets of this wave. I like how they're all in bubbles.
So overall, when this set was first revealed, yeah, I was pretty hard on it. And I still don't love this set, but it is much better in person. And I actually quite like this set. I think the main build, which is the temple build, is okay. Like, I love this main section, but then the rest seems a little bit too small for the price. I kind of wish that they expanded upon it. Maybe even take some of these side parts and just make 2 or 3 big structures, and then it would feel a little bit more substantial there. But then the design of Wojira is what really stands out to me in parts of the build, because I wasn't expecting to like that build as much from the official pictures, but now that I have it built, I like how posable he is. I like how sturdy he is, and that's just a very interesting color scheme. That matches the color scheme of the temple, which I love that bright bluish green and black color scheme. That's great. The minifigure selection is also very good, where you get a lot of interesting minifigures from other sets of the wave, some exclusive minifigures. The standouts would be Prince Calamare and NRG Neo, which both aren't exclusive, but very nice figures that don't come in cheap sets. So if all things considered, I'd rate this set a 7 out of 10. Much better than when I first looked at it. I still don't love this set, but I think this is a really good deal for $100 in the United States. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you like the set or dislike it, if you agree or disagree. Subscribe for more new LEGO Ninjago reviews and content. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.